we come back to our party after a pretty long IRL break, but it is just another day. You are now on the 17th day of your stay in Arcavios. It is currently the end of the third week, and it's your first day of class. So we do have to open with everybody separate because two of you are still not in the plane yet. You both wake up in different spots. Dove, you wake up in a guest room, a private guest room that you were sleeping in. You were sleeping next door to the Kenriths in the guest house on the Salrite compound. And Philin, you wake up in your comfy bed. What do you guys do before you come home? You have about an hour before you have to go back to go to class, so you can either go back immediately, you can do some stuff before you go. I just wanted to check in on you. What are you doing?
I think Valen has immediately been taking her time to quickly get ready through her hell of a skin routine.
Oh, yeah.
And then she's gonna... I think she's gonna spend the rest of the morning, like, right up until we are going to leave, just saying goodbye to family again and giving hugs.
Understandable.
I think Dove will do a similar thing where I think Dove will just wake up, and if there are any products or if Philin is okay with it, Dove will also just get ready here with their skin routine before leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Philin... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Philin is absolutely going to share some of her Jorhassian skincare stuff with Dove.
Nice.
Beautiful. I'm sure Dove would be so overjoyed. So Dove will do that. Moisturized, skin clear. Maybe do up their hair kind of nice for the first day of, like, real classes.
Yeah.
Something fun. And I think Dove might also just be talking to, like, maybe some of the family members here before leaving.
Yeah, I definitely think that you can do that. I feel like a lot of them definitely were, like, interested in talking to you legitimately. I feel like you really made a connection with some of these people, especially, like, over dinner and stuff. And I think that you guys spend a lovely morning here in Rosona before you leave. I'll say for, like, timekeeping purposes that, like, an hour before class will still be what you have after you, like, get back. You don't have to immediately go to class if you don't want to. Or you can go early. It's up to you. But you gather everybody together. Dove and your two Kenriths. And Philin, you go to hold hands in a circle and read off the plane shift. And as you have now done it a couple times, you guys are starting to become more and more accustomed to this sort of strange feeling of incorporeality as you step through the veil between worlds. And you're back. You come back at the, like, teleportation circle with Hashmal in the Biblioplex. So you can go wherever you like if you want to get breakfast, if you want to stop by the room, that sort of thing. But before we do that, I'm going to check in on Mix Motiva. So I have an important question for you, Motiva. Do you wake up in your own bed?
No.
Of course not. Alright. So, you wake up, currently lightly drooling on your antagonistic roommate, as he sort of goes to shove you off to get up in the morning, to also get ready for class.
Whenever he shoves her, she slaps him. Like on the back. She just fucking slap.
I don't want to say that he's going to try to push you off the bed, but he's going to. He's set this precedent before. He will continue to do it again.
Bitch.
He didn't do very well, so I don't think his heart was in it. So I like the idea that he like lightly pushes you and then he just drops down to the ground to like grumble a fuck off as he goes to sidle to the bathroom to get ready for class. What would you like to do?
And he's gonna slowly get up and he's gonna get the nasty feeling off of her tongue and she's gonna do the things where she brushes her teeth, she like brushes her hair not very well. She puts on her uniform and she just stares in the bathroom into the void because she's tired.
It's fair. You're sleepy. You haven't really gotten into the sort of swing of waking up early for classes yet, because this place expects you to be up ungodly amounts early and you can't even choose what time you go to classes. What the fuck kind of college is this? You know? And you do that. Okay.
I do want to add, I do think she would head to the cafe.
Yeah, you want to go get breakfast?
She's gonna go breakfast and drink. She's gonna like lightly invite a Sean that's like an Irish invite where she's just like, I'm going to the cafe, and she just fucks off.
I feel like you hear a ghostly from the depths of the bathroom as you leave. Alright. You can go over to the cafe, and I'm gonna hop back over to these two. What do you guys think you'll do? You guys don't have this issue with Motiva where you're tired. You guys are bright and early, and this is your element.
Yeah. I think Lynn's gonna pop out her parasol and is gonna make her way back to the dorms because I don't think I included her uniform and the things that she brought with her.
You did
I
not.
was gonna say, Dove is gonna have to go to pick up their uniform and like anything they might need for class.
Yeah, Motiva, do you want to say that you are there at least to reconvene with your party before you go get breakfast?
I can definitely imagine we pass by each other.
Hey.
Yeah, so are you gonna like stay, or do you mean like pass by, like you are still gonna go while they get ready?
I think she'll like see them and she'll like and she just wombles over.
Okay, cool. You're reconvened together as you guys make your way back to the dorms to get ready. Sean is also here. I feel like he's sort of getting his bag together as you guys come in to start getting dressed. And then I think as you guys are sort of getting ready, you hear a gentle knock at the door.
No.
Did you just say no?
I'm scared. Mativa's scared. I am.
Dove could go up and answer the door.
Yeah. So you open the door and you see Nora, and once she sees you, you see her give sort of a big smile. She looks a bit tired, but again, like considering Motiva's also tired, it's not anything strange. And she says, "Good morning, everyone. Can I come in?"
Of course. Dove will step to the side.
She's gonna come in and she's gonna kind of look over everybody and basically ask, "So how's everything been settling? Are you excited for class?"
Oh yes, very much so.
Hey, it's the first real one, so I can imagine the nerves might be getting to you as well if you're not excited. But I guess I just wanted to come in and check on everyone.
Motiva gives a big thumbs up. 2 thumbs even.
2 whole thumbs. Did Dove say anything?
Sorry, I have to yawn.
That's fair. Bless you.
Uh-oh, sleepy.
I think Dove would just smile and say, it is exciting to, I suppose, go into the real aspect of classes.
I definitely understand that. I feel like it's what really makes it feel like, wow, we're at university, you know?
Yes.
and as you guys are sort of chit-chatting, you see Ashan go to almost like, not sneakily, but kind of like casually go to the door to like leave, because like he wasn't really engaging with the conversation. But as soon as he goes to like leave, Nora kind of turns to him and says, I'd actually like if you stayed, please.
Oh.
And as he kind of like goes to like stare at her, she just kind of sighs. And she looks at all of you, and she's like, I was asked to come talk to you all. I heard some things. I'm not exactly sure on details, so you don't have to tell me about it. Confidentiality is important. But as your RA, I have been made aware that you have been found in areas that students are not allowed to be in. It's your first infraction, and it's early in the school year, so they're very understanding. I don't want you to feel like you're in trouble, but she looks really sad, and she's like, I'm gonna have to give you detention.
Oh, Nora, sweetheart.
Oh no.
When?
So generally for the lighter punishments, I didn't want to say sentencing. Generally, we don't want to get in the way of your extracurriculars or the things you need to do during the day, so they've decided that it's going to be on the next free day. Here are your charms, and she is holding. You see these like they're kind of like bracelets. They're little like gold bracelets with like this sort of like square enamel thing with like a sigil on it. And she like indicates that she is gonna like put it on like your hand, and she says, you can either go to Witherbloom campus at the time that it's scheduled, or if you're particularly late, it will make sure you go, and it'll teleport you there so you don't have to find it. And it's not that bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. As she's like putting it on your wrist.
Oh, Valetta's gonna put a hand on her shoulder and say, no, it's okay, it's okay. We signed up for this, I suppose.
It's Strixhaven's really particular about the rules, you know. It's not hard to get sent to the detention bog. I don't want you to feel bad about it or anything.
I don't think I'd be a punk ass if I didn't get detention in my first month.
Just hold this against you, Nora. You're just doing your duties as our RA. We understand.
Ashan even kind of relents and gives like a roll of the eyes and kind of like knocks into Motiva after you said that, and is like, I guess it's a badge of honor, right? Mm-hmm. And he kind of looks at Nora and is like, are we excused, Warden? And she's like, stop! She cared a lot. But you guys sort of have this banter back and forth. And unless you have anything else you want to say or ask Nora about the situation, you are now free to go get breakfast and go to class.
I have an out-of-character question really quick. You said
yes.
We would show up to Witherbloom?
Yeah, so Detention Bog is on Witherbloom campus. It's a specific part of Witherbloom campus, so you would have to go and like ask people where to go, but like we could like fast forward that. Obviously, you don't have to roleplay that out. She would tell you that basically it's going to start and end at the same time that classes normally would, so it takes up like half of your free day, which is like, you know, the point. But she would encourage you that like if you do your tasks fast enough, then it is common for people to be able to leave early. And so she would consider that exciting enough to tell you. But yeah, you can either go to Witherbloom campus and find it to be there like early or on time, or around the time of like 8 in the morning on the free day, if you're like ready, it will teleport you over there. Because that's the point of the charm, so you can't skip detention.
Haha.
Honestly, this is kind of smart because I'm very sure if I didn't give a bracelet, Matty would be like, "Bye."
Yeah, it also, I don't think Nora would like warn you about this necessarily, but I will tell you, it also prevents you from like leaving, which is again important because like this is a school full of mages. You think they don't know you can get out of detention with magic, you know? But yeah, so that is that 8 a.m. on Salavia to Witherbloom detention bogs, smiley face.
Imagine if you slept in, so you just get fucking slapped into bog water.
Wow.
I mean, that's definitely happened, probably.
God.
Sploosh.
Well.
Because Nora mentioned tasks.
Yes.
Felina's gonna ask what kind of tasks detention would have for us.
Yes. I'm going to answer this slightly out of character because it's kind of a long-winded explanation, but there's actually like a couple different ones. You're kind of just given one the day of as a group to do. But she would say that she has heard... Sorry, I'm going to my little detention document.
Going to silly little detention and do my silly little tasks.
Yeah, I'm trying to... There's detention. Okay, so, like, she's heard of, like, doing, like, cleanup tasks, like, scrubbing and taking care of, like, the wooden walkways, or, like, pruning certain, like, herbal outgrowths, or, like, plants if they're, like, overtaking places, doing, like, patrols to kind of just, like, make sure that, like, wards are good, that sort of thing. There's another one for particularly unruly folks, and it's just meditation, where you have to sit and meditate for a while.
Jesus.
And there's like a couple other ones. Like I can tell you, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 different tasks you can do, and they're all different. But they are like supervised. Like you're not by yourself checking if the wards are valid. Like you're going to be with somebody who knows how to do it. It's just you're being walked through it as you have to do a task as a punishment situation.
Okay.
Yeah. I will tell you something also very interesting. You can technically volunteer as a detention monitor as a student. Which is funny.
That's a bitch.
Yeah, that's written into the book, fun fact. I think that's extremely funny.
God.
I will also tell you that if, like, a task is really hard or you just don't like doing it, you don't have to finish it to leave. If you finish it, you get to leave early, but if you don't finish it, you still get to leave on time.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of just like, what do you feel like dealing with? You know, that sort of thing. I also have a list of people you can run into in detention and why they're there, and I think that's very funny.
Nice.
But, yes, you all have detention. Any other questions?
Nope. Motivo would just thank Nora for the badge.
I mean, it is kind of a sick piece of jewelry.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. She bids you good day. And you guys go on your merry way.
The second it was just like, Nora knocks on your door, I was like, I know what this is about. I know she's about to fuck our day up.
No, I don't know what you mean.
Motiva's immediately going to find Chadster.
Yeah, Chadster is, probably... Actually, I don't know if he's still in the dorms. He gets ready in 2 seconds because he's like a dude. He like runs his hand through some fucking pomade in his hair and he's good to go. I'll say if you go to find him and also go to the cafe for breakfast, I imagine you find him at the cafe.
Does anybody want to go with the cafe to me? With me?
Yes.
I will go. Yes.
Nice, we go. You go over to the Firejolt Cafe. It's bustling as ever. Dove and I guess all of you know Mina, but Dove and Motiva I feel like are like friends with Mina. You see Mina at the bar and she sees you walk in and she like gives a big wave. To let you come on down. To get your drinks. And she kind of leans on the counter and she's like, "Hey."
Hey, Motiva just pulls down her sleeve.
She's gonna look over to Dove and say, I hope you're excited for your shift later.
Yes, I am excited. My
gonna-
first real shift, isn't it?
She goes to like tuck a strand of hair behind her ear and she's like, not to be a spoil sport, but I think it's gonna be pretty fun. You should be pretty excited.
What work propaganda is going on right here?
And she kind of just smiles at you.
So just kind of smiles back and it's like, are you going to be there or are you just saying that?
I am. And oh, I guess because you were here, I guess I can tell you ahead of time, and I'm going to ignore that your friends are right here. And she kind of winks at both of you. And she says, I have gotten clearance from our wonderful sergeant, Alina. That since this is the first day of class, we get to have a fun little event. We get to have a little sale.
Really? That does sound fun.
We get to make fun little beverages and give them out for free to our friends.
Oh, get fucked.
Ooh.
Get fucked. You're so fucked.
No, come on, it'll be fun.
No, I think Dove just does look excited. I just didn't know what to say.
No, it's okay. I like she's talking to Mochi. She's like, no, it'll be fun.
Sounds like quite the event.
Thanks. I'm the one who orchestrated, so of course it is.
Oh yes, without a doubt.
A mastermind.
Now, what do you want?
Let me look at the menu again.
Understandable.
Oh my god, I can't do that.
Rise and shine.
Hi, Capitan.
I think I'll get a rise and shine with some water.
Hi, Capitan.
And an omelette. Rock an omelette.
Nice. Nice. Hold on. Let me look. Eateries. Oh, Ash, the Rise and Shine is a drink, so if you... I don't know if you knew that. Yeah?
Nope.
Oh, okay, yeah. Rise and Shine is a drink.
Motiva's gonna get cherry bread.
Nice. Cherry bread's pretty good.
Dove will get the mulled cider and also cherry bread.
Nice. Okay, so for Dove and Felin, you give a simple 1 CP for your beverages, and your food is free.
Whoa.
And you guys are let loose into the cafe with your breakfast. Motiva, you said you wanted to look for Chad?
I need to get the Chad pan.
Yeah, so Chad man, I think he is chilling. I think he's drinking his, like... I think he's, like, eating... like a sandwich. Like a nice hearty sandwich, but then he's also drinking, like, a black coffee.
My god.
Yeah, he drinks black
Oh my-
coffee.
I don't like that all the men I like drink black coffee.
I don't know what to tell you. As a barista, that is a personality trait, and they all have it.
Yeah. Motiva's gonna Oh, you can't hear me. I'm pissed. Yeah, thank you. My mic isn't picking it up.
Oh. Oh, you're gonna go up to him and...
Yeah.
Oh,
she's
okay,
gonna
cool.
Do that next to him.
He, like, ends up seeing you as you start to do that, and he goes to greet you, but his mouth is full, so he's like, oh, what's up?
Motiva's gonna look him and be like, oh my god, did you know that they give you, like, some jewelry whenever you get detention?
Really?
Yeah. I know, because I have that from experience, and she's gonna show off her bracelet.
He swallows his mouth full of sandwich, and he goes to, like, look at it, and he, like, takes your, like, arm and, like, twists it around so he could, like, look at it, and he's like, you know, for detention jewelry, it looks kind of sick.
It is! You know what isn't sick?
That you got detention?
On the next free day, yeah.
What, really?
Yeah. So unless I complete their funny little task, I don't think I'll be able to go shopping with you unless you're willing to do it really late at night.
Are you... how do you ask that? I like the idea that you're just like, if I don't complete their silly little task, and he's like, are you gonna complete their silly little tasks?
I hope I can. I don't know what the hell they're gonna make me do.
You see, he, like, goes to think for a second, and he kind of, like, scratches his chin. And he gives, like, a bit of a shrug. And he's gonna say, I mean, I don't know. I stay up pretty late anyway. We could also just rain check, you know? There are other days.
I'll catch you if I can. I just wanted to give you a heads up and show you, because...
Yeah, bummer, dude.
Little bit. Nora felt bad about it, though, so I'm not gonna dog on it too hard.
Sorry, I heard Sarah laugh at it, and I was like, wait, no, Chad would be the person to be like, how a bummer.
I love the way he talks.
Thanks! Yeah, you have an interaction with Chad where you say, hey, I know I just asked you out on a date. I actually can't do that anymore.
But Tiva goes back to her friends with some bread, and he's just like, dang.
Dang, dang, dang.
This school is fucking insane.
How is Sean doing, by the way?
Oh, he's doing great. He was pissing on me all night, so... He's doing better. We had a screaming match, and it's all doing hunky-dory.
I don't know half of the things you said, but I'm going to count that as, yep,
Better.
okay.
That's good. I think.
I wasn't even thinking while I was saying that. I was just like, these are just words that people would say, and then you guys were just like, what the fuck are you saying?
Story.
You said with your whole chest he was pissing on me all night.
Yep, Bob just kind of looked at Tiva and just waited for her to continue when she said that.
What? But Tiva just says things.
I go into a trance. I don't have an explanation. But Motifa would nod and say, oh, you don't have to understand a word I'm saying. He's doing better.
Mm-hmm.
He was, like, being nice to Nora and everything, so, like, he's a perfect little sweet angel boy.
Yes, he did seem like he was doing better, but I just wanted to check in, I guess.
Yeah, just no problem. Bread.
Bread.
Dove will break off little bits of the cherry bread and dip it in their cider. And then
Nice. That sounds
Ooh.
delicious, legitimately. That I want to eat that fantasy food I created.
Motiva sneaks some of her bread into
Actually, hold on. This is actually a good point. I need to check something. Hold on. And no, nothing bad. It's flavor.
Why?
No, it's flavor. It's flavor. Don't worry
Oh,
about
wait, can I get the paper?
Yes, you can buy the paper.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
2
I
CP.
wanna
Oh
buy
my god, that's
paper.
fun.
I slap over 2 CP and I get the paper.
Fiber.
Okay, you get the paper. I'll send it in. I had it prepared because I know you guys love to buy the paper. I will say actually mulled cider and warm tea is a really good option because today it is Chile with a light
Chile?
mist, fog, and clouds.
Oh my god.
So it's really cold and kind of damp.
Mm.
Yeah, it's not like froze, but it's like 40 degrees.
Dina, what the fuck are you doing?
I wish I could find out. We're gonna find out, maybe.
You don't like your funny little swamp dryad?
I love her. I want to know what
So
she's doing.
weird.
She's really weird. Don't worry, she's super weird.
Oh, did you say Mativa was gonna try to dip some into Duff cider?
Yeah. She saw like Dove do it and she was just like,
Duff just angles the cup towards her. Gets it's right in front of them. I don't think you'd be able to sneak it.
she's not trying to sneak it, she's just doing it.
Duff will just angle the cup towards her and be like, "Oh, you can have some if you want."
What's going on? Tastes really good. You're really smart. She just munch.
Munch, 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 munch.
Munch, 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 munch.
Steals
Yeah.
your spirit. Steals your spirits.
What?
Steals your cider. I
There
didn't
we
mean to
go.
say spirit.
That's okay. I was about to be like, who is drinking? Who is drinking liqueur right now?
Duff gets absolutely fucking wasted before first class.
I mean, that's definitely a thing you can attempt. But yeah, if you guys are ready, we can move over to the class segment.
Yes.
Yes, I get class music. Okay. We are going to move over to the class segment of the session, and this is when I ask, who wants to go first?
I really want you two to go first. I really want it. Please, 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 please.
I do kind of want to.
Yeah, so we can start with Devin Fulton. So your lead up to the class isn't as interesting because your class is still in the Biblioplex, so it's in one of the myriad lecture halls that you have now seen since you've come here. It's sort of this really traditional, like, steps down, chairs, sort of like leading down into this sort of like desk area with these sort of big windows letting in the light. And when you come in, you actually already see that Professor Onyx is already in the room. I feel like a lot of times whenever like you guys get to class, you're technically earlier than the professor, but she's already here sort of like flipping through papers as she waits for everybody to trickle in. And you actually notice, you recognize two people in your class. Every class that you guys get, you're going to have like two NPCs that you know in it, because I think that's fun. And so you would recognize that Giselle and Musim are in this class with you.
Hey.
Yay!
Yeah.
That immediately goes to sit by Giselle.
I think that she is sufficiently startled but pleased when she notices you coming to sit next to her. And she's like, "Good morning."
Good morning. I wasn't aware that you were taking this class as well.
Oh, yes, I don't know. I guess I'm just particularly interested. I feel like it might give us a good foundation for other things, all things considering.
Nods at that and says it. Ever since finding out that we were planeswalkers, it seemed like the logical choice to take, I suppose.
And Flynn, what are you doing? Are you gonna come sit down with Dove and Giselle? Musim is here.
He is. Is he sitting like by them, or is he off on his own?
I don't think he is like on the other end of the classroom because I don't think he cared about where he sat down. But I also don't think he's bunched up with the other two, so I'll say that he's like maybe like a row in front or behind them.
Okay. I will sit by Musim.
Nice.
And if they're right behind us or in front of us, Philin is going to try and engage in conversation because
Friends! Yeah, I like the idea that maybe like you can, maybe they're like, maybe you and Musim are like the row in front so that you as Flynn can turn around and then talk to Dove and Giselle.
Yeah.
Nice. We got a good setup here. Yeah, so you guys kind of chit-chat. Musim is not that chatty, but he usually speaks when spoken to, so there is that. And you patiently wait for the class to start. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, I coughed really loud. If it's on the recording, I apologize. But the class goes to start, and eventually, something you notice very interesting about this class is that you don't notice or hear Onyx indicate anything that says the class is starting, but slowly you both realize that as the class is talking, she is now looking at the class expectantly, and you notice the popcorn effect of people noticing and shutting up as the room sort of quiets down. And that is when she goes to stand to begin your class. And she sort of walks along this dais, and she is going to start her lecture. The multiverse is a collection of worlds, and described as such on paper. People describe the space between them, the blind eternities, as empty nothing, separating them by distance, miles, numbers. And that is a fundamentally flawed understanding of how the planes of the multiverse interact with one another. They are eons apart at the same time as being right on top of each other. Calling the blind eternities empty space underestimates what it is and what it can do. Here, we will try to go through the lengthy process of redefining how you think of the fundamental makeup of the multiverse. And hopefully by the end of it, you'll be able to have an actually intelligent conversation about these topics. I was gonna say something, but that's too mean. We'll wait to see if people fuck up before I say something like this. But yeah, so Onyx is gonna start this lecture. I'm not gonna fully read out lectures for classes. They're gonna be more general talking points. But I like to introduce the teachers and at least the vibes of the class before it starts, like on the first day. So as you're kind of in class, it's demanding in how front-facing you have to be about the conversation, because it's what Onyx is saying is true. At the very least, this first class is just introducing you to concepts that you, as people who only recently found out about the multiverse, still don't fully understand. And what's very interesting about it is that even though she is a Witherbloom professor, she's almost folding in, like, quantum theory. You get the feeling not because she is well read in that subject, but because she knows so much about how the multiverse works on a fundamental level in a way that is mind-boggling to listen to. And it is fast-paced, and it is... I don't want to say that your guys' heads hurt at the end of it, but it's not a fun class. It's definitely an oog kind of class. It's like you go into, like, Calculus 2 when you just pass geometry. You know what I mean? Like... what? So there's that. If you guys want to talk about, like, how you guys are feeling, feel free, but I can also jump straight into talking about homework mechanics so that it's immortalized.
I think Flynn has been a rapt attention, aggressively taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Flynn might have been going into this thinking she had, like, a bit of a leg up on understanding because of studying, like, timeline stuff, and then she's quickly realizes that is not at all applicable here.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I think it definitely calls to, like, similar concepts, but they don't work the same. Like, the only thing I think you could bring over into understanding is the idea of forward, back, and at the same time layered on top of each other, and I think that's the only thing you can use to help give you a leg up. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How's Dove feeling?
I think this is interesting because just knowing what I know about, like, the Eberron lore is that no matter how well educated you are, you would always be starting from zero with knowledge like this, because Eberron is literally isolated from the multiverse. Like, you don't have access to it, so you wouldn't be able to know anything about it, like, at all, because it just doesn't exist and you're in a bubble.
Exactly. Because, like...
yeah, go ahead.
Because, like, the interesting thing about Eberron in specific is, like, technically none of your worlds knew about the multiverse, but, like, at least Exandria has the concept of other planes, even though they're lesser planes. You know what I mean? And so, like, you have a knowledge of lesser planes, but they're not planes you can go to, you know?
Yeah, and, like, the idea of that, like, stuff like Asmodeus, that's, like, a thing that's, like, in most every multiverse.
Yeah.
Because the planes, like, carry over in a sense, and they don't even fucking have that. It's not a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's just interesting for Dev to, like, learn about this from, like, the ground up, having no prior knowledge about it at all. Like, coming here, obviously, it's something, but in the grand scheme of things, I think it's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting too. And I'm sorry, I'm going to talk more about the multiverse stuff because this is also stuff that you will learn through this conversation. And like the most interesting thing about the multiverse is that I feel like some people try to do an analogy between like space and the blind eternities, while that's like not what it is, because like I think that some people could spin it as space, but the way that it's described is sort of like, it feels really similar to like the Faerunian concept of the Feywild being a mirror of the material plane. So it's like, to a planeswalker, and especially somebody who is familiar with this sort of thing and can move between them, it is not a harrowing journey to get through. It is taking a step and you are suddenly, like, a mirror has refracted and you are somewhere else. You know what I mean? So, like, it's so interesting for me to think about, like, the idea of, like, you might have planes connected to the plane that you are from, but that is so much different than, like, being able to break through, finger quotes, the outer lens of that world. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's very interesting to me to think about the concept of it. Because it's very much like a dimension thing, not like a world thing, at least in how I'm reading it. And it's very cool and very fun and very neat. Where was I? Homework, that's right. So homework. So homework is going to kind of be like assignments in the orientation classes, but they're going to be a bit more basic. Because assignments are going to kind of be what's like at the end, where like you have to do an assignment that's like you create the assignment or you do something based on what they tell you. And like homework in this case is more just like an exercise in making sure you understand the concept and you put work into it. So it's going to be like, it's not going to have a prompt, but it is going to have like the sort of same roll where it's like you roll a d20 and you add whatever stat you would like to use for it. And that will be like reflective of like participation, if the teacher thinks that you like are actually paying attention and actually engaging with the concept. Generally, different classes will have higher DCs, depending on if it's meant for like first years, if it's meant as an intro, if it's meant as a higher advanced course. And so, and also between teachers, I will tell you that like Onyx's isn't actually that high because this is supposed to be like an introductory course. So you will have an easier time passing homeworks as opposed to tests or exams, if that makes sense. If you guys would like to talk with each other, with your seatmates during the study hall section, which is the last 2 hours, which is when the homework would come into play. So this is when I bring back over the class structure. So it's like 6 hours of lecture, 2 hours of study hall, to be 8 hours. Wait. No, it's 6 hours. It's 4 hours. Wait. I have to look back at my thing. I'm sorry. Give me my timeline. My timeline. Yeah, so it's 4 hours lectures, 2 hours of class, of study hall. So, you have to stay for the whole lecture to get, like, credit for the class. But the last 2 hours, the study hall, that's when you do, like, your homework assignment and stuff. But you can skip it in favor of doing worse. Like, you can't do the homework if you skip that, but that's like a way if you ever need more time. Feasibly, that's available to you, right? Just like how you could skip study hall during orientation classes. You can also still do it now. It just does technically affect your grade at the end of it. So I know that's not for everybody. I want to just make sure everybody has the options. So yeah, basically, if you want to talk with your homies or between you guys before you do your homework, we can do the rolls whenever.
Yes. I think Falin is officially in school study mode and is going to turn to her besties and ask to compare and contrast notes if they took any.
I love that. That's really good.
I definitely think Dove would have taken notes.
Nice. You guys can... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you guys can compare notes. You guys can talk about, like, what notes you took, but I'm not going to, like, be like, obviously this person's notes are better. You know what I mean? You can just have as good of notes as I think your characters would have.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mackenzie.
Just going to say, I think, yeah, like, they can compare and contrast notes. Can I say that them doing this would, I don't know, like, inspire Falin?
If you are intentionally
God,
using Bardic
that's
Inspiration, you definitely can do that.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Those notes are so good that Falin looks at them and is like, yes!
Yeah. 1 second. I'm going to look something up really quick. Okay, cool. Go ahead.
You have Bardic Inspiration. You can add that d6 to the ability check.
Woo!
You're going to be so good at your thing.
It's so good.
I will also say really quick, sorry, you can go ahead, sir. Since we're talking about comparing notes, I do want to mention the note situation for your two besties.
Yes!
So, something very interesting. I do think that Giselle took notes. I think that they're a little bit more sparse because I think it's like, I think she's writing down really key information, but is mostly just absorbing the lecture and then also talking about it with you guys. So, like, I think she looks like, saying she grasped it is a stretch, because everybody is kind of like, whoa, but she's not, like, more fucked up than you guys, if that makes sense. So she's definitely present, and definitely, like, what the hell are you rolling? Ashton?
Sorry, I wasn't pushed to talk. I bought a fancy dice, so I wanted to look at it.
Okay, that's fair. Sorry, I was really
Look at
confused.
it.
I saw the pop-up. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Yeah, so I think Giselle is, like, right at where you guys are in being like, oh my god, this is a lot, but also, like, managing to take notes. Something very interesting about Musim. Musim did not take any notes. Musim does not have any writing utensils in front of him. Musim has kind of just had his arms crossed on the table, listening to the lecture. But I think what's really interesting is that I've kind of mentioned that Musim has a really intense look to him, and he once again looks very intensely at, like, the lecture and also at this conversation you guys are having. And so, like, I feel like, I don't know, I think it's a very interesting vibe. I
think Falin would offer him if he would ever want, like, a written copy of stuff that she can give him something.
Ooh, I like that offer because I think that he would say no to having a copy, but I think he would say yes to reading your notes. But I think he would read it one time and then not ask for them again.
Nice.
Yes. Him kind of smart.
He's very smart. Falin is intrigued by this.
Yes.
Would he, like, join in at all, like, when we start, like, talking about notes and stuff, even though he doesn't, like, have any?
I think he would, because I think he's, like, listening to the conversation and engaging, and I think the most interesting thing about this interaction is I don't think he'll speak up to correct you guys. That's not what I'm, like, saying. But I think he speaks up when he has something to say about something that either was said or, like, notes taken. So, like, you guys might be discussing the way that Onyx described something, and I think he would pipe up to, like, talk about how he read it, if that makes sense. And I think, how do I word this? I think the reason why Musim is not getting confused about this concept is because he's taking it at face value, and that is helping him understand it as it is being put down, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I think he is, he's not, like, talking a lot, but he's very engaged, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. I like that.
Yes. Alright, who wants to do their homework?
Homework.
Time for homework. Okay, cool.
It's
cool.
D6?
It is for Bardic Inspiration, yes.
Okay. 16 plus 1, and I'm going to use Wisdom?
Wisdom.
Plus 4. Yes. $21. 41.
Dang, okay, yeah, okay. Okay, what Dove get?
I'll do charisma. Eight.
Okay. That's okay.
Oh shit, I wasn't muted, I'm sorry. Your bonus made it decent.
Your bonus is really good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fail this class.
No, it's just the first homework.
We got all week to bring it back.
Yeah, you got all week, and then you have the test. Like, homework is the least important section of a grade. Awesome. So, that's your homework. And then, unless there's anything else you guys want to do in this class portion, then your class is done. So you can, like, talk to your besties about something. You can ask them questions. You could just talk to them in general. You could talk to Onyx, who's here, hanging out, being scary. And that sort of thing. I also could, like, go to Motiva's class if you wanted to think about stuff to do while you're in class, or you could also just say that you don't have anything to do.
I could probably think up more later, but for now, I think Flynn is going to chat with Giselle and Musim and ask about how their free days were.
Oh, wow.
And if they did anything.
Oh, I have to think about this. I've never thought about what the other NPCs do when you're not interacting with them. Shit. I
We got
think
main character syndrome, for real. Sorry, go ahead.
it's okay. For real. I think that they would say that their free days were pretty good. Well, I think Giselle would say pretty good. I think Musim would say alright, but I think Musim would even call a good day alright. You know what I mean? And I think that Giselle probably just went fishing.
Oh!
Yeah, she probably went fishing. And I think Musim, probably spent the day, like, reading at the biblioplex.
Flynn would have a further line of query with the reading.
Yes. I will give you, I do not know what book he would read, but I think he would be reading history books. But I will give you a fun fact about the biblioplex. Did you know that there's a place in the biblioplex that has a statue with a dragon on it? And if you put your book on it, it will read it out to you, verbally.
Oh my god!
Or if you can't read.
Holy
Oh
shit!
god. Oh my god.
Audiobook.
Can Musim not read?
Haha, it's the whip!
I was...
Dang!
He
No,
wouldn't.
No Lost in Dragon he audiobook. The boy can't fucking read.
He wouldn't say, like, oh, it reads it off to you if you can't read. But I do think that he was like, oh, you can take it to this thing and it reads it off to you. And that's interesting. I wonder how that magic works. But, Flynn, you're smart and you're like,
Methinks perhaps.
Methinks perhaps can't read. Hits the whip. Anyways.
Hits the whip.
Hi, Dev. What are you doing?
I want to say that Dove would also be interested to know how their free days went.
Yeah, you can be in part of this conversation if you wanna.
Yeah, I would love to. I think I don't know like what the DC was or anything, but I mean I only got an 8, so I don't even know if that passed it. But I feel like when Dove does the homework, and obviously like they don't, do amazing on it. I feel like it's just because they they're like starting from nothing, and math and science and shit was immediately thrown in, so Dove's like, So I think they like understand the basics, but they're not grasping like the complexity, I guess. And I think by the end of doing their homework, they start to like really frustrated because they're a perfectionist and this isn't perfect, and they know that they don't understand it. They're like, why don't I understand?
Understandable.
So I think they're going to be part of this conversation for a little bit, but then at some point during study hall, I think they're going to get up and go up to Professor Onyx with some questions.
Ooh, that's really fun. Yeah. Do you have the questions picked out?
No.
That's okay. You can take a second to think about them if you want. Or you can just say that in general you ask her questions, because that's also valid.
I don't specifically know what I would ask, because, like, you covered everything, and, like, I understand what you meant.
Yeah.
But, just in general, I think Deb would ask things about, like, the blind eternities and like the quantum, anything like that, like the big concepts I think Deb would ask about.
Yeah. I really like that. I think that like Onyx would answer your questions. I think that she is a brusque professor, but I don't think you don't get the idea that she's mad that you're asking questions, right? Like I think that she's just coming off like standoffish because she herself is just a scary lady. But, like, she answers your questions. And I think another thing that I think is very interesting about how she answers your questions is that she is not, despite you asking for clarification on things, she's not turning things into bite-size. Like, she is very much, like, answering your questions like she would to a peer and not trying to make it sound like she's talking to somebody who doesn't know things, which I think is very interesting. Whether or not Dove would like that, I think, is entirely up to you.
I think Dove actually really appreciates that.
Yeah. I think it's very cool. Do you guys want to know some fucked up fun facts about the Blind Eternities that you guys would actually know by now as somebody who's done plane shifts? Because I just read this and what the fuck?
What?
I've been describing the plane shift scrolls as like how I always describe teleporting. That's actually not quite correct because passing through the Blind Eternities feels like crushed velvet across your entire body to the point of being prickly and painful, and when you get out, you get vertigo. Oops.
Spark could just vomit on the street of town that we don't know.
I'm gonna describe a direct. This is an actual planeswalker describing what it feels like to go through the Blind Eternities. It feels like crushed velvet, prickly, and sometimes even painful, causing both a feeling of vertigo and a feeling that he wasn't moving at all. Fucked up concept number 2, ghosts can die in the Blind Eternities. And creatures live there. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I legitimately actually don't worry about that. I don't know if I'm actually going to use those creatures as a plot point because they're discussed too much in the MTG story and I'm not interested in them. But it is fucked up. If any of you know who the Eldrazi are as Magic players, they're from the Blind Eternities. Yeah, and it's also described as a doorway and not a physical space. It is always like, there is no concept of 2 points in the Blind Eternities. It is just a liminal space between 2 points. Oh, there we go. It feels slightly different to everybody because planeswalkers have to relate it to an experience that they can understand because their brain can sometimes not comprehend what it feels like. It's really cool. Anyways, I'm going to give you this information. Technically, you'll be more on top of knowing this information when you're done with the class, but I just like talking about it because I looked it up because I was like, I'm going to fact check myself.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, if there's nothing super pressing, I'm going to go to Motiva because I feel bad for taking a long time.
It's okay.
Motiver. You gotta go to Quandrix today.
You're fucking bombs.
Yeah, so you're gonna go to Quandrix. It's in Taurus Hall, and I haven't really discussed super much all of the locations in Quandrix, but Taurus Hall is kind of like the main hall on Quandrix. So when you use the teleportation circle, the teleportation room to go to a different campus, it teleports you inside of like its main hall, right? Except for Lorehold, which teleports you on the other side of the bridge. But, so when you come into Quandrix, you're already in Taurus Hall. So it's just like a matter of finding where your classroom is inside of the building. And I'm going to read off my little thing. Taurus Hall is a building of all incredible angles and breathtaking drops, like it was designed by Escher himself. As you follow some of the herds of students, Quandrix or otherwise finding their classes, you even see some of the edges of rooms or walkways move as you maneuver through them. You reach a geometrically shaped lecture hall, the seats ringing a center dais, and you see 2 merfolk that look exactly the same, waiting on the dais. As you go and get settled into your class, the 2 people you would recognize in your class are Disra and Nefei.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, those are the 2 that are in here.
I feel like a fucking crab trying to choose between 2 witnesses scare me.
You better be careful, they bite.
They do bite.
Yeah.
I like them.
I'm gonna go with Disra.
Okay, you're gonna go up to Disra. And you go to kind of like stand next to her, and she looks over at you, and she looks pretty interested to see that you're here, and she goes to like, she does this thing where she's basically doing like the magic version of Simcom where she'll sign, but she'll also still do the like air writing to talk to you, and it's like subtitles coming up underneath her face. And she'll be like, oh, I didn't know you were taking this course.
Motiva has been learning sign, right?
You technically have. You do have to stay on top of telling me when you study it, because you were originally using your Dead Languages Society hours to do that. You're not in Dead Language Society anymore, so you only have 5 hours worth of learning, which isn't terribly much.
Sorry, I'm spoiled by Sarah just being like, I just give you the time.
No, I'm so sorry.
Can I say that she knows how to slowly letter?
I will say that you know the concept of lettering, but you occasionally have to check your book again.
That's okay. Motiva just says, hi. And then she just starts talking. She's just like, oh yeah, I was just curious. And if I signed that wrong, you have to tell me. Or if there's a faster way to do it.
She says, no, it was very good. But I do think that she'll show you, like, a faster way to sign hi, which is kind of just like a... It's kind of like a wave. I am doing the sign in person, and you can't fucking see it. It's just like a wave, like, above the head. A very small one.
Motiva does it back.
She gives you the awesome sign.
Awesome.
She does the little yay handshake.
Mativa just says, yeah, I wanted to sign up for this class because I don't know anything. But I don't know anything. And I don't know anyone. And you scare me less than Nefed.
She kind of goes to laugh, and she just says, "Are you sure about that?"
Oh, no, you look like you would bite me if given the chance. Don't worry.
She's going to quip back, if I ever bite you, then know that you deserved it.
I can believe it. I'll always believe if a lady bites me, it's my fault.
I think she bumps her shoulder against you for a little bit, and she's going to stand next to you during the class.
Class.
Yes. So attention sort of gets drawn back to the merfolk that are in the center of the room. There's 2 of them. They look exactly the same. They have these sort of like mottled like green and like I think like blue and pink maybe is a better way to describe the colors. I'm just gonna send in the picture. You'll know the colors better than me. But they look very cool. As you all start to look to them in the center of the room, they go to move together as one in a form that almost looks like martial arts. And as they do the lunge forward, you see their somatic components, the way that they move their arms, bring up the same glyph, almost doubled. And you can see that they hold it and dissipate it as they go to greet the class. And they are going to, I'm going to kind of vaguely talk as them, because doing dialogue for them is really difficult, because they are like sometimes speaking at the same time, sometimes interrupting to re-explain something that one said. They're like saying something and then the other one will go to like argue or like comment on it. It's like a very chaotic way of speaking, and I'm not going to do that. But they would introduce themselves as Adrix and Nev. And they would encourage you that you don't have to learn which one is which or memorize those names, because you can just refer to them as the twin casters and everybody knows who they are. And after this sort of example of a conjuration casting, they go to start explaining the concept of conjuration, which is arcane magic that calls materials, creatures, or energy to the caster, and can also be reversed to send creatures, materials, or energy to other places, long distances, that sort of thing. And there are there's 5 sub-schools of conjuration that have specifics. There is calling, which is taking creatures and bringing them to the caster. There is creation, which is manipulating matter itself to create an object or creature. Certain healing spells can be conjuration. You can summon creatures or items for the express purpose of specific spellcasting. And then also teleportation is conjuration. And they would sort of explain that this class is specifically about the idea of not only learning conjuration, but learning it in a way that can also help you in defense, because you can counter the conjuration of another spellcaster. So it's like a offensive and defensive class when taught by these 2. And it's going to be a lot of like showing you guys how to do stuff and then seeing if you can do it.
Yee.
Again, sorry, not as cool and ominous as Onyx, but I think they're very interesting.
I will say, Motiva is still going to desperately trying to find a way to set up her phone. Or she's going to literally be one of those creepos on TikTok that like records people on their phone very obviously.
No, that's so valid. I think that roll me an investigation really quick.
Oh God. Don't look at me. 16.
16? Yeah, I definitely think that you can look around for places to put your phone. There are places pretty far back, like you can do it if you wanted to like zoom in, but also I feel like if you are standing next to Deesra and Deesra is seeing you do a really weird thing, so of course Deesra is gonna like ask like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? And if you explain what you're doing to Deesra, Deesra will offer to hold your phone in times when you are actively doing something.
Aw, Motiva would say thank you and be willing to totally do that because it would be really embarrassing to run to the back of the class.
Yeah, I will say something really interesting about that is that like I feel like you like zoom in really good on like a Drix and Nev whenever they're talking. But then whenever Deesra has it, I feel like she does play around with the zoom after she sees you do it. So when you're rewatching it, that's gonna be funny.
Oh, that's so cute.
Thanks. I think Deesra is really moe. But yeah, so there is that. So your homework, it doesn't have a prompt still, but yours is specifically you attempting to mimic these concepts that Adrixa never teaching you.
Okay. Can I cheat?
How are you trying to cheat?
Motiva is going to give Bardic Inspiration to Deesra.
Okay, you can do that. Bardic Inspiration is not magical, so that is not cheating.
Thank you. I just wanted to say that before I roll. Motiva's gonna be like, I bet you I can do better than you. And then she's gonna fucking smash her face.
I do think that would make Deesra more competitive, so it does work.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so let's go ahead
No!
Writes that down.
No! Motiva really does just slam her fucking face. Mackenzie! Besties!
Okay, 1 second. I actually have to roll for everybody's thing really quick. Oh, while you stew in that. You guys don't suck. It's your first class. It's probability.
We suck ass. We got less than a 10. Even a 9 would have been better. A 2? A 2? God, I can imagine Motiva playing it off as like a joke. She's just like, hee hee, I'm goofing. And then inside she's just like, fuck. 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 Dub and Motiva doing their work. Haha, we're so funny and goofy. Them later, I'm a failure. I'm a sham. I need to throw myself off of a bridge. Bestie. Bestie.
You did help Deesra pass though, which I think is cute.
Nice. Deesra watching Motiva be a little jester. Oh, I'm not doing that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, champ. Sorry for your low roll. Is there anything that you want to do while hanging out with Deesra? Or do you want to ask Adrix and Nev anything?
No. Motiva will probably actually tell Deesra and talk to her about, like, oh, like, I can record things, so, like, if you ever need to watch or don't remember something from the class, I can show you play-by-play what happened. Ooh, teriyaki bowl.
I think Deesra is gonna, like, make a comment, and I think it reads like, okay, it's said like a joke, but it doesn't read like a joke, where she's like, I'm coming over to your room every day after class now.
Motiva would say, I would love a pretty girl to come to my room.
She's gonna grin and give you a wink, and then give you a little shove.
Hee hee. Hee hee. Hee hee.
Why take 5 million classes when you can take a different class than your bestie and watch the lectures? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you have a good time with Disra in your conjuring and counter conjuring class. Okay. How's everybody feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yay.
Nice.
I want to mention that I put on Luca Tuna Fever to get good luck, and I didn't.
Aww. Okay. Motiva, your class ends with you mostly just talking with Disra and rewatching the lecture, and kind of just miserating with yourself about your your bad homework that you just turned in. And you leave class. You guys now all have about like an hour that's meant to be like lunch, but also just free time before classes start. So it's about like 2 in the afternoon, maybe. Wait. Yes, it's 2 in the afternoon.
Hello?
Hello.
Think Phelan would ask Giselle, Dove, and Museum if they would like to stop by Cafe in the Biblioplex for a little lunch snacking.
Do I have work right now?
No.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
No, yeah, your work is okay. So the way that I think we talked about this before, but it's easy to forget. Your work is always going to be like layered with the same time as like club stuff. So you have the closing shift. So like so you as Dove, you go to your drama club first, and then after that you have the closing shift at the cafe.
okay, but clubs don't start for a little bit still.
You have an hour before clubs start.
Mm-hmm.
This is like lunch. This is your lunch break.
Then yes, Dove would love to go with Phelan.
Yeah.
Nice. You guys go over to the Biblioplex Cafe, and you see the cute little gnome lady who's putting around and setting out pastries. And she's gonna give you guys a really warm welcome and says like, "Hello, how was class?"
It is delightful, very, very intriguing.
There's a lot of stuff around here that's intriguing. And I don't know if you guys still have the menu, but I can resend in that one.
Yes, please.
Here, go to.
And did Giselle and Museum join us?
Ah, yes. I think Giselle definitely does. I think Museum would go. I think Museum would just get water, but you know how it goes. Actually, the library menu is in important documents.
I go.
Haha. Hee hee. Ho 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 ho.
Oh, there it is. Why?
Yeah. There is no free snack, free drink rule at the Biblioplex Cafe.
Yes. Gonna get some glass leaf rolls.
They're good. You can definitely do that. I think that Giselle would get a lava cake.
Ow.
I will have Dove get the garden surprise. I think with an herbal tea.
Nice. You get an herbal tea. And the garden surprise today is... it is zucchini and arugula.
Mm-hmm.
So they are steamed and they have like some like a light vinaigrette on them. And then Musim gets some water. And you guys spend time getting some lunch. Matifa, what are you doing with your free time?
I think Motiva's just gonna skate. She's gonna try and get back into her vibe and just skate.
Yeah, are you just gonna skate around? Are you gonna skate in a particular place? Or are you just doing anything? Or are you just living life?
She's just living life. She is crazy and free.
She is crazy and free. You deserve that.
I'm not gonna... She's probably had her skates on the entire time.
I like the idea that she's like doing that like saw motion while she was in class.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have a little skate break before your clubs. That's so cute. Okay. I am gonna take a quick bathroom break. If you guys want to take a small bio break as well.
Yes.
I am gonna piss. Okay, and we are back. So, this is whenever we get to go into the club aspect of things. And I'm gonna get some exciting music real quick. Alright, bitches. Who wants to go first? You guys all have an event for each extracurricular you have. So you all have 2 events. So we're gonna be staggering them based on who wants to be going when.
I hold up a gun.
I'm
At
holding up a
Motiva.
gun. Choose.
How about we all roll a D3 and whoever rolls highest has to go? D3, D4.
I was about to be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You can roll a D3 on Dice Maiden.
True.
Alright,
We
call
could also
1, 2,
just
and 3.
roll- Yeah.
Call.
What?
Pick 1, 2, or 3. Everybody has to call which one they are.
Oh, 2.
Okay. Because you're number 1. Dove is you.
Hey!
Okay.
The one, it's all come back right back to the beginning.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Okay.
It's time to do drama things. Okay. My Dove, my beloved. You finish your little lunch. And then you have to go and meet up with your very cool club.
Wait, Giselle and I walk there together? 'Cause
Yes!
Oh.
You get to walk there together. And you guys are gonna go meet. What's up?
Oh, sorry, I just said they walk arm in arm.
Oh, 100% they do. Yes, they do. 100%. I'm gonna say that this meeting is probably specifically on the Rose stage, because it's the first official one. I'll say that you found out through the grapevine, so you're not wandering around blind. And you go on up, and it's a place that's normally bustling with a bunch of people, but this time it's like lively, but only with a small amount of people, as like now the whole drama club is here. Quintilius and Rubina are also here as you guys roll up. And people are talking really excitedly because since this is the first day of the actual club, this actually means this is whenever everybody gets to find out what their first production is going to be.
Oh, shit, yeah!
Yeah!
I'm excited!
Yeah, so, you come on up, and, again, I'm gonna kind of just be, like, vaguely talking about them because I didn't script these super hard because I wanted them to be, like, fun, you know what I mean? But people are talking, and since Rubina is the 4th year, Rubina got to pick the first got to pick like the handful of first, and then like the upperclassmen got to like vote and stuff. And they actually did that before they came in today. So you're just coming in and you're finding out what was decided. And so specifically, what it's going to be, it's going to be a play. Auditions are going to be at the end of the week, so like right before the free day. And basically what today is talking about the play and handing out the scripts. So you're given like this pamphlet, like this whole like printed out script, with a page that has all of the audition lines. So basically it's like an open audition, so you just do all of the lines and then you are given your role. You don't apply for a specific role. And the play is specifically, it's called The Fall of an Empire. It's kind of, as you're like flipping through it and they're talking about it, it's kind of your standard like historical fiction, political intrigue situation. But the reason why it was chosen is because it's considered a really easy play for beginners, so it's really good for all of the new people who join. It's got a good mix of like dialogue and movements that are also easy. And it's a bit melodramatic, so you don't have to be a super good actor to do well in it. So it's kind of just like a warm-up situation. And it's also to contrast the sort of silliness of like the last event they had, which was the stand-up thing. Yeah, so basically you're given a little script. And basically the vibe is that everybody's going to kind of like practice, learn the audition lines, read the play, because like the audition lines also cross-reference in the actual script of like where to go to find it if you want to read context for like the character and like the scene and stuff like that. And you're gonna do your audition by the end of the week.
Exciting.
Yes. I think that Giselle's pretty excited, but I think in particular Quintilius is gonna sidle up to you. And I think he's gonna kind of just come up to you and be like, so what do you think?
I think this sounds lovely. I'm quite excited to get it to a real play now.
Yes, you were telling me it's going to be your first real production, right?
Yes, it is.
Well, I think you'll do lovely.
I think this will be my first time seeing you in a real performance as well.
Yes, it's true. Who knows, if we're lucky, we can be direct co-stars, depending on the roles we're given, of course.
Is there a particular one you're aiming for?
Well, I mean, there's no way not to make him sound full of himself. I think he would just say the lead. Understandably.
Oh, of course. No less for you, right?
Of course not. I suppose, though, I couldn't be too upset if someone beat me out this time. I feel like I can be, as much as I love being a leading man, I can also take a supportive role as well. He's just peacocking this whole time. It's so much posturing, it's insane. I love him so much.
I love him so much. Well, I know that we'll be practicing throughout the week in the clubs, but I would love to practice with you if you have the time to do so, even outside of clubs. If you need to brush up on anything, I would be happy to help.
Dove, you flatter me. How could I ever say no?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I think that you kind of sort of chit-chat, and there's this sort of like flirty but also excited like air. And I think that you sort of chit-chat, and I think he does like this old folks. I think that he does sort of I don't want want to say lead you into practicing, but I think that, like, it is a natural progression of, like, this scene that, like, you guys maybe practice together. I do think that as you're practicing with Quintilius, I think that, like, Giselle probably goes off and, like, interacts with some of the other, like, people of the group and maybe practices, like, by herself. Yeah.
Before she, like, heads off, could I actually check in with her really quick? Because I want to see how she's, like, feeling, if there's, like, anything she's interested in.
I think that she's pretty honest and that she doesn't know enough about it to really say what kind of role she wants. I think that she would say that she's relieved that the role is given to you and not you audition for every role you want.
Deb would also say that the same offer applies to you as well, Giselle. If you need any help or practice outside of the club, or you're in the club as well, I would love to practice with you.
Oh, that's really nice of you. Of course, if you need practice outside of club, you know where to find me.
I promise I won't come bother you in the middle of the night.
And she's going to scamper away. And you have your little drama guild thing.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next? I'm holding up a gun at you all.
I think I have to go feed Jax real quick, so I point to Motiva.
Go feed Jax.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. So, we're gonna go to your first club, Ms. Motiva. And that is actually going to be your sudden change of heart club, which is the brand new dual club that's a bunch of new people who've never had a club before.
Oh my god.
So, you go, and I feel like you have to find everybody. I feel like they probably just pick a lawn on the central campus. When I say everybody is here, I of course mean there's only like 5 people in this club total. So it feels like a lot of people when I'm naming them. But it's surreal how small of a group you guys are, legitimately. Just hanging out on the quad.
We feel like the group that we're just like, we're gonna make a club, but it's just for our friends. We just wanted a budget.
Yeah, like you guys are like that high school club that's like, we're gonna have like a media club and it's just like playing Smash Brothers in the art room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's you, it's Chad, it's the Kenriths, and it's Ashan, and it's Museum. Right? That's everybody?
Yes.
There is, of course, also the person that you know is going to be overseeing you guys for a little bit. And I have art of this person. I can't describe them. I have to just send in the art because of how surreal this looks. Hold on.
God.
Okay.
Because I guess person is an extreme way to describe this character. Because it is a spirit statue.
Oh.
Because if you recall, the Kenriths were looking around and basically trying to find anybody who could, like, okay this club. Because, like, you can make clubs, and clubs don't need teachers or anything to, like, the faculty to preside over it. But also, like, to have it be an official club, I still feel like there has to be some checks and balances. So the idea that this is, like, a club where bitches are going to be, like, fighting, which, again, duels are not allowed without supervision, you guys now have, like, a faculty finger quotes member in the club, which is this lady.
Yeah.
She is kind of standing at like a parade rest when you guys walk up. And she is going to introduce herself as Lelia. Oh, fuck, hold on. I think it's spelled like... Yeah, Lelia. And she would say that the first order of business today actually is going to be like a round robin sort of like tournament situation to place everybody's skills. Yes.
I'm gonna be honest, Motiva is gonna try really hard not to look really not into this idea.
Understandable. I think even if you did, she would not comment on it.
Yep.
You're gonna do it and you're gonna be unhappy about it.
Yep.
Other people seem pretty enthused.
I can believe it. And they're allowed to be. Good for them.
Yeah. Okay, so... Obviously, if we roleplay out each fight, it's going to be kind of long. So, what I have crafted, right, is basically, since it's just a way to, like, figure out how good you are at fighting, how strong you are, your skill with it, I think that the way that I wanted to do this is I wanted everybody who's in this tournament to, like, make a roll, but then add all of your physical skills to it. So you would get to add your dex, strength, and con. And this is just an overall seeing of, like, who is stronger, who is better at fighting. And then I'm going to rank everybody.
Jesus. Okay, so I roll a d20 and then add my thing.
Dex, con, and strength.
Oh,
Yeah, it's...
Oh, I roll them all one at a time?
No, you add all 3 of them to your d20.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
So that's what I do?
Yeah, that is what you do.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm glad you like this method, Sarah. It's a little weird, but it's because I just wanted, like, I didn't want, like, somebody to be considered not as good at fighting if their strength was low. I also think being hardy or being, like, having finesse is also good at doing stuff. You know what I mean?
I got 16.
Got 16.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
cool.
Of course, I got a decent roll now. Bitches.
Okay, cool. I got a roll for everybody else.
It would really suck if one of the twins ate ass on this.
It would be kind of funny, because I also think that rolling is still good, because sometimes you're just unlucky. What's really funny about this method is it does mean everybody's going to have kind of high rolls. I'm not saying everybody's beating you out, but, like, nobody's going to get under a 10 because you're adding 3 stats to it.
Don't worry, I already know I'm going to be at the bottom.
Hmm. Okay, here's the rankings. Give me a second. And here are the results. You actually didn't do bad, actually. You're actually extremely mid in this.
Sean? Sean?
Chad beat out Rowan?
Yeah, I know, right? I think, I mean it.
Explain your thought.
The lowest roll was still a 14. So keep that in mind. Everybody did really good. I think a lot of these are like neck and neck things. I think Chad and Rowan's like fight at the end was actually really intriguing to watch because I think it went on for like a really long time and I think Chad won because of like one maneuver, right? Which I think is extremely interesting. Rowan took it in stride and gave him a fucking one of those clasp hugs and a fucking beat on the back, you know what I mean? That sort of shit. Extremely impressed. Sean's would have been higher if there wasn't a literal teacher not watching for, like, duel etiquette. You have to keep in mind, this is dueling, not fighting.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. I think
Yeah.
it would have been a lot higher.
Exactly. This is dueling and not fighting. I will say I'm surprised that Musim got that high because Musim is also in the same boat where Musim would do a lot better at a fight that's no holds bars. But he managed to, like, still beat someone out before, like, the fucking Cain instinct came over him. Thank
that?
you. What's up?
that?
I'm gonna. I'm sorry, he comes from the death culture. I don't know what to tell you.
No.
Yeah, and then Will didn't do as good because one, I do think that the Kenriths are better at mounted combat, and two, he just lost his life 4 months ago. Just because he like didn't rank that high doesn't mean he's bad. It's because everybody here likes fighting. You know what I mean?
God, you're not wrong.
I wanted to preface that because I know Ashan got really low, but it looks worse than it actually is. You know what I mean? But yeah, you did pretty good, Motiva. How are you feeling?
Motiva's just staring at the fucking grass and he's like, they are my friends. They are my friends. I cannot get mad. They are my friends. She's not saying that aloud, but she is just like, I cannot get angry. I cannot get angry. This is haha fun time.
I hope Motiva liked getting the floor wiped. Musim wiping the floor with her is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, no, I can literally see the idea of Motiva and Musim fighting, and Motiva, like, probably didn't give a shit in her first fight, and then after Musim, she was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he beat you by 2 points.
Bitch. Shit. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Can I look for something real quick while we're playing?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, today Rowan and Will have the funny little detention badge.
That's really fun. Roll
Oh my
perception.
That's right.
Citation. This roll might be useless in a second. Perception?
Yeah.
Please? Oh my god. 11.
Again. Oh my god.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. The Kenriths don't wear sleeves. This was not a high DC. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, sir.
Matisse is gonna go up to Ashan and be like, oh my god. Oh my god. We're in a third club.
Did you go up to Ashan and say that?
Yes.
Oh my god, you actually tricked me into getting into a second extracurricular. I hate you. Heart emoji, heart emoji.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
You want a rematch right now?
Like, Chad and Rowan are, like, fighting, and Latifah just like, sees Will and Rowan, and she's just like, hey, Bessie. Wait, would it sound like actually asked her if she wants to fight again?
Yeah, he means it.
Motiva looks him dead in the face and says, not in front of a teacher. Pussy. Is he gonna kick my ass?
I think what he's gonna say is he's gonna, like, look at you, and he's gonna kind of just, like, you know, lick his teeth, like, it's just like, oh, you motherfucker. But I think he's gonna, like, give you, like, a grin and say, I mean, there's no teachers at 10 o'clock.
God. Stop trying to get off to you fighting. Self-harm isn't cool, dude.
I think he's going to put his hands on you, sweep out one of your feet, and try to push you on the grass.
Can I try to drag him down with me? Can I try and...
Yeah, grapple him. Do it.
It's strength.
It's strength versus, yeah.
Okay. Well. 17.
17? Okay, cool. So, what's interesting is that, so he does get you, but it's because you don't stop. You just, like, try to drag him down with you. And you almost succeed by, like, you make him, like, almost lose his balance, and he has to, like, catch himself and stand up really quickly as Lelia, like, turns and swivels her head 360 to come look at you. I'm sorry, 180? The other one?
No, that's terrifying.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
doesn't matter.
She's got, like, the red eyes from, like, the Final Fantasy XIV memes. She looks over, and Ashan, standing up, smoothing his clothes, is like, I was just showing an example of a takedown. And I have to roll to see if that's good enough.
Fucking God.
Yeah, you see her look at him and nod and then look back to the fight.
I'm gonna bully you.
Don't bully me, I'll come.
I can't fucking do it.
Hi!
Did he say that for
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Motiva is just gonna look at her. She's just gonna say,
Just gonna say what? Oh, you're dead, my darling.
what?
Oh, hello. Sorry, your mic was lighting up, but I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
Sorry, my thing was fucking up. Motiva is gonna just look to Ashan. She... I can't say that. I can't say that. Oh my god, I can't say that.
You are in public around some of your best friends.
Motiva's gonna look to Will. Oh my god, I can't say that. I can't say that. I can say it. Motiva would say it. Motiva would say it. Motiva would say it. Motiva would say it.
Okay, what are you saying to Ashan?
No, Motiva's not saying it to Ashan. Motiva sees him say that and she... Okay. I need somebody to hold my hand.
Oh god, how bad is it?
Motiva's going to look at Ashan after she says that and she's going to say, gross. And she's going to look to Will and she's going to say, hey, Bottom, can you come over here? He's bullying me.
What did you
Do
say?
something. Hey, Bottom, can you come over here? He's bullying me. Citation, this is not because of like, ha 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 ha, Ash was told this in meta. Motiva has canonically thought to herself, oh, he exudes Bottom behavior.
Every fucking time you interact with Will, you do something that I legitimately don't know how my fucking medieval fucking knight man will fucking react. Oh my fucking god.
Citation, I don't know if she says it loud, but...
He's not standing next to you.
He
You
will
would
be
have
soon.
to.
He'll be soon.
Stop making me react to wild ass things.
I literally cannot stop that from happening.
Hold on.
This is so fucking funny.
You do this to me, and I have to RP with myself. I'm gonna kick your ass when we're done recording.
That's okay. You RP'd with yourself in Mackenzie's interaction. That's fine.
I hate it.
You're doing great.
You're doing great. We have like 4 hours. Did they kill you?
No, I'm thinking.
Do you want to pause while you're thinking?
Yeah, I guess that would be a good idea, huh? Okay, I'm pressing play again. Okay. You put shenanigans on the table. We're gonna raise up the shenanigans. Let's fucking go. Okay, so. You call Will over by calling him a bottom and saying Ashawn is bullying you. So obviously I do think Will would come over. I think Will would look concerned. And I think Will would look at you on the fucking grass. And like, look at Ashawn. And like, I think he like legitimately looks concerned. And it's like, what's going on? Is he bullying you? And like looking at you and like squinting at Ashawn.
Oh my god.
What's your answer? Because I have a thing that it needs to be said, but obviously he's checking with you first.
He's sexually harassing me. I want to mention, she says it just as deadpan is bad.
Okay, I will have to say you can't like say that to characters because they will start fights with people.
Oh god.
Like, I don't know how to tell you that that's like not a joke.
Okay. Sarah, please control yourself. Motiva would say, he pushed me on the ground.
Okay, I think you've activated my trap card because I think Will is gonna look at Ashawn and kind of squint at him, but I think Will's gonna just say, "Did she deserve it?" But I think Ashawn kind of just shrugs it and says, "Not really."
She just pointed. See? She just rolls over. See? He's a bastard. I hate this man.
Fuck. Okay, fuck. Too many things are happening all at once. Okay, I think that Will is helping you up, but I think to that comment, Ashawn is gonna, like, cross his arms and say, "That's mean. You can't say those things." You can't just tell people I'm a bastard.
I'm wrong.
No, you're not, and that's why that's mean.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. Would he say that? Oh, I don't know if he'd say that because somebody is here. Okay, he's not going to make the comment I thought he would.
Mativa's just gonna point at Will's arm and say, "This was a trick. I see you're going to jail soon."
It's not jail. It's just the swamp.
But you're going with us. Isn't that fun?
I mean, I was there. So I guess I would be going with you guys.
Yes. Isn't it interesting how those things happen? Isn't it? Oh. Motiva has a face, and she looks to Will.
Are you trying
She
to?
has a giggle. Go
Will,
ahead.
Will just says, "Are you trying to romanticize the idea of going to detention?"
Motiva says, well, I already did that, but no, I was about to tease you about Phelan. If you want me to be perfectly honest.
I suppose I shouldn't expect anything different.
Yeah, I'm ultimately predictable. You just have to look at the weird points and then you connect them and then bing, bang, boom. I do think it'll be nice, though. I've never gotten detention with people I actually liked.
I think he kind of laughs and says, I suppose that is a silver lining, I suppose. I doubt it'll be particularly interesting, but I suppose we could make conversation at the very least. It'll be a couple hours of monotonous tasks. I couldn't hear you.
God damn. I saw that you couldn't hear me, too. Mativa would say, I like monotony, so I don't care.
I thought you said I like monogamy, and I was like, what does that have to do with anything?
Monotony.
Monotony.
Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Monopoly money.
Monopoly?
Yeah. But I think that you sort of chat in this little group of 3 for the rest of your little club activity. It's not that long. I feel like the fighting actually took up like a large portion of your club activity. But you have a good old time being a little court jester, as is your wont.
I'm sorry, I just kept talking.
No.
Sarah.
It's okay.
This
I'm
is
gonna,
delightful.
yeah, I'm gonna have to pause really quick because I have to use the bathroom again. Real hot girl shit. Am I right, gamers? We're back in business. Okay, so we are on fill-in now. Yes, you have not had a club yet.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna go to. We're gonna go to your Mage Students of Faith club. And I like to imagine that you guys meet up near like the Donbo, which is kind of like the if when you guys are watching the videos when you guys are in the central campus and you see the really big ring of stones, that's the Donbo. And the day is like, I wish I could say the day is nice. The day is misty and a little cold and there's some fog, but that's fine. And you go to meet up with your club. It's a really small club also. I want to say that there's probably just like you guys that are in it. So it's you, it's Melithorn, it's Shubadri, which is an Elden that you've met like once, but you haven't really talked to. And then Eleni also joined. And as you guys sort of meet up, your event with this is actually kind of just hanging out, but very specifically, actually, they're talking about how Shubadri has the next, like, holiday. And basically they're talking about it because they're going to try to set up and come up with ideas for a way to like celebrate with only like 4 people basically. And it's specifically like a lantern lighting festival. And that's going to be in a couple weeks. And so you guys are basically going to be setting up, ruminating on like what it means and that sort of thing, and just celebrating it together. This is kind of a shorter event, but it's just because of like what it is kind of a more basic idea. But I think it's really cute.
Yeah.
And you have these cute religious babes to interact with.
Yeah. Is Melithorn and Eleni, and what was the third name?
Shuvadri.
Shuvadri.
Shuvadri. Trunk mantle. And they look like this. Shuvadri. Owlin.
Oh!
Yes. Owl.
I
think whilst we are having this little hangout, Flynn is gonna ask a little bit of questions about and background and stuff about the festival and like the fate.
Yeah, so, I'd have to find it really quick because I don't have a ton of, unfortunately, I don't have a ton of information about Shugadri or Melwathorn's religion because they don't talk about it. They just mention that they're in the religious club. But I will actively keep you posted as I decide things for it. I think probably after we get out of session, I'll probably start working on it, and then I can tell you in detail stuff about it.
Nice.
So good.
Sorry, my dad is yelling for me.
Okay, we will
I'm
pause.
sorry.
It's okay. Hello. But yeah, basically, I'll be deciding stuff about it over time. I'm sorry, I don't have more to tell you about it. Book didn't give me shit. Just still pissed off about it. People who wrote Strixhaven Curriculum of Chaos, meet me out back. But I do like to imagine that it's the vibes I wanted with this holiday were the idea that it's sort of like a community, but also like a memorial style holiday, which is kind of why it was brought to the club, is the idea of oh, this is a group thing that nobody's gonna do. Let's all do it for the bestie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think is extremely cute as a concept.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you have any ideas as you learn stuff, you can put ideas to the table in how to make this little holiday.
Yeah.
Which is also a fun aspect of the Student Mages of Faith, is I feel it's half philosophical talks, half having really fun dissertations of religion, but it's also being a little bit of an event planner. Planning little events.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. But if there are any other things you wanted to do or things to talk about with these lovely besties, then I will try to answer as best I can.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
That is understandable. Do you, because this one ended up being kind of short, do you want to go straight to your second club, or do you want to popcorn to somebody else and we can come back to you?
Let's do a popcorn, because I also have food now.
Okay, have fun eating. McKinley.
Me.
It's you. Do you want to do your guy again?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you're going to go to work. So you're going to go to work. Let me go to the thing. Yeah, so you're going to go to work. You're going to go to the cafe, and you're going to go in the back and change into your uniform. You're going to match with Mina. And you clock in. And you have oh, by the way, if you haven't done that based on the last time we talked about it, but you finished your full first week of working, so you get 5 gold.
I think I added it, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I am a kind DM. You can just add 5 gold right now, and if we double added it, it's 5 gold.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
You're so kind.
I am so kind. I think other DMs wouldn't do that, but I don't care about 5 gold. You can have an extra 5 gold. You guys have no money.
Watch out, I have 30 gold now. I just hacked the fucking system.
Every week you're like, wow, I don't remember if I added this already, and I'm like, okay. Quick hacks to cheat money in Strixhaven. But yeah, you get to go in and clock in. And so since you've been working for a while, you kind of know a bit of the ropes already. You've been working with Mina and Alina pretty closely these days that you've been working. You haven't really had a shift by yourself yet. But as Mina told you this morning, today is an exciting day because since it's the first day of class, Mina is like, it would be kind of fun if we did a little thing, a little free drink function. So it is going to be a little bit more busy than usual. I don't think anybody's like mad about it or aggressive about it because like free coffee, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is definitely it's a lot busier than it has been this last week on times when you have been closing. But something I want to popcorn over to you, because a really cute thing about this event that I wanted to do is if you wanted to design a drink to sell as like a signature Dove situation, you can do that.
Aw, that's so cute.
Yeah, you can make something off menu.
I don't even know where to start.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Make it matcha. Make the matcha drink you like, Mackenzie.
That is not Dove drink.
I mean, it could be.
Live your truth.
What's that drink that you told me was very Dove for at Starbucks? It was like,
Oh, the Blondie Ribbon Crunch.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't make that here because there's no blenders.
Ah, what the fuck?
It's a Frappuccino, I'm sorry.
No.
Just make a caramel like foam latte with like crunchies on top.
Make like a Blondie Cappuccino.
I think if it was a Dove drink, it would be a tea.
That's so fair, bestie. I mean,
like,
London
I-
Fog.
Oh, that's actually a good point, because I was going to be like, oh, the tea's already on the menu, but that's actually a very good point.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think-
the Sharn Fog!
Oh my god, a Shard Fog!
Fog, that's really cute. I like that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
cause like,
Yeah.
cause
I
a
really like-
yeah, cause like there's tea on the menu, sure, but what a London Fog is a tea latte. So you take the tea, you add flavor, and you add milk. So it's like you took the same tea, but you made it a new thing. And because this is the place that I have created, I'm gonna say that you even have the lavender syrup for it.
Yes, I do this.
Yes.
I like this.
Yes, you make a Sharn Fog, and Mina helps you make a cute little sign because like Mina has like a drink and then now you have a drink, so it's like people can get a free drink if they get those ones because it's like a promotion situation, right? And then I think Mina does like a coffee thing. I think Mina does like a. I think Mina does like a. Drink from another world. Ooh. Look at our new Planeswalker by Strixhaven Star, where we talked about how the fact that Dove is a Planeswalker. I think that Mina does a really cute, like amaretto latte with, like, a little leaf art and cocoa powder on it. Thanks. So there's a coffee and a tea option. Yeah.
You're gonna shape the world with the Sharn Fog.
Yay.
That
was definitely naming it that.
Nice. I'm gonna roll to see how popular it is.
Ooh. You should give a performance bonus because Dove is hot.
Oh yeah, what's your performance? How hard are you selling this?
My performance is a fucking +7.
Yeah, but I'm also asking intentionally how hard are you selling this? Like, are you trying intentionally to get people to order this drink? Like, are you like hawking your wares essentially?
When we start, what's the vibe of Mina? How into this is she?
Mina's really excited about it because this was her idea.
Dove is fucking going all in. Let's fucking
Woo!
go!
You guys are
Big
yelling
hit,
across the
big
cafe. There's like Mina has like a minor illusion at like the door of the cafe so people know instantly to come on down to your local coffee dealership. You know what I mean? Thanks. I'm so funny. Okay, I'm gonna roll to see how well both of these drinks do. Because if they do really well, I'm gonna add them to the menu. Thanks, I'm so cute. Okay, your performance is a +7.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the thing. Mina's drink does pretty well because this is a drink that I feel like she's made before. I think it's like maybe like I'm gonna say like it's maybe her go-to, right? And it's like something easy, something that'll hit the spot. Yes. You make this drink and you don't know if it's just because it's like a unique thing on the menu. You don't know if it's because you are a bard and you're putting the same energy that Mina is putting. You don't know if it is because Mina is like selling the fact that you're a planeswalker and this might be a drink from a whole nother plane. It's insane.
My whole Bardussi went into this.
Your whole Bardussi went into this drink. Every single transaction has at least one Sharn Fog being sold. You are in overtime.
I'm amazing.
People are like coming up after having their drink and like talking to you about it.
Oh, Dove is so excited. Dove is, if people are like, what is this named after? And Dove's like,
My hometown where there is a fog because it's a port town. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I was
wait, no.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's like called the Sharn Fog, but Dove also did this because it's a vertical city named, like, connected to, like, the plane of air, right?
Oh, that's
So,
right!
like, the higher up you get, it's like fucking clouds, right?
Oh my god! And the
Yeah.
clouds are the foam! Yes!
Boom.
I love coffee. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm a dumb barista. Okay, hold on. Actually, I wasn't gonna do tips. But you got a nat 20 on that performance roll.
Whoa!
Well, it wasn't a performance roll, but I was rolling
Oh.
for your success, and it was a nat 20. So, I'm gonna give you a little bit. Also because I think the idea of, like, baristas not getting tips is the devil. So, you're gonna get a little bit more than normal, but that's okay. Okay. Sarah,
Yes.
you're a DM. I'm going to ask you honest to God.
Okay.
Okay. I rolled a 13. Do you think 13 gold is too much to give in tips at one time? Because I can believe it with how successful this is, but I mean from like a player balance standpoint.
Yes. For the way that I tend to go about it with like tips and like if you're like busking on the street,
Yeah.
there's a page in the Dungeon Master's Guide that has tables for rolling treasure, and it can be either on an individual basis or on like a treasure hoard basis, and it's broken up into levels. And so for tips and stuff, I usually go for the individual on one of the lower level tables.
Can you show me that? That's actually such a good resource.
Yes. Let me see if I can get it.
Because I like that idea even more because I think those tables like separate it into different coins too, right? It's not just gold, it's like copper and silver.
Yes.
Oh, that'll be so much fun flavor because it'll be like real tips. No, I like that so much.
Yeah.
Sorry to give you coins, Mackenzie. I really like this concept.
No, it's okay. I like it a lot. I probably would have said that 13 gold was a lot too, because a gold is a lot of money.
A gold is a lot of money. I try to make sure you guys have a lot of access to money in this game, though, just because things are really expensive because they're magic. But I do like the idea of, like, especially because this was extra money, that you, like, work up to saving up money.
send this in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
cool,
it is
cool.
sideways.
Oh, it is so sideways. Okay.
I'm
But-
excited.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna roll for
Okay.
some stuff. You did so good on your first event.
Yeah.
Okay, so how much you do get today, though, which I still think is a really nice haul compared to how much you get for a week of working. I'm gonna explain this way by saying because it's a sale, people are tipping you guys a lot more because they get like a really good drink for really cheap comparatively. So with how many people came in today, you get 20 CP. I'm gonna pause for you to write that down.
Go ahead.
Okay, 9 silver,
9 silver, got it.
and then 3 gold.
Hey.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I also like the idea that maybe it's so high because like you guys got a lot of tips and Mina was like, it's all you, bestie. That was amazing. Phenomenal. I'm never letting you leave.
If Deb offered like half, she wouldn't take it.
Don't do that to her. Don't give that to her.
I have to roll like a wisdom save because I don't think she would want to, but also, you know what I mean? Money.
But it was her idea.
Mina goes to take your hands. And then she closes your hands and pushes them away and she's like, no. I must resist. I get paid more than you anyway, it's fine.
Oh my god.
Alright, if you're sure.
Yes. Don't tempt me, devil.
Thank you, Nina. This was incredible. This was so much fun.
It was so fun. I was really excited. I didn't know how it was. I knew it was really early into you working here, and I was like, "Ooh, maybe it's gonna be like too much." You know what I mean? But you did really good.
I think it helped that it was a tea-based drink. But it was very fun.
Yes. It'll probably be a while before I'm allowed to do another one of these, but here's hoping. Here's hoping soon. Oh, this is so exciting. I have to mark down my calendar on all the events I think I can weasel one of these in.
Regardless, it was definitely good for business.
Oh, it was great for business. And, sorry, this is out of character. Mackenzie, you should write a really short description of your drink so I can add it to the menu.
What is trendsetter? Hello. Your boyfriend's gonna drink that.
I know. I hope he sees it and he's like, wait a second. Hey. Even better if he's like, no, only Dove can make it for me. Oh. I'll probably have to. I can try during the session, but it might be after the session. But
That's
I'll get it
understandable.
before the next one.
Delightful. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the little section for them. I'm also gonna put Mina's drink on here because I just think that sounds good. Actually, hold on. Okay, cool. I realized that Quintilius is... I almost said Cornelius, don't... Shut up. Shut up. Everybody shut the hell up. Mackenzie, I'm gonna throw you in a ditch and take away all your money.
This is just reskin Cornelius this whole time.
I'm taking your money. Give me back your gold.
Oh my god.
Give me back all 13 gold.
No, it's mine, bitch.
Anyways,
Oh my god, are you okay?
I'm having a stroke. Quintilius's Longstrider wasn't on the menu, so I'm putting the Longstrider on there also. Shut up!
You're doing
Did
it.
it again.
Listen,
I know you're not, but Mackenzie's yucking it up over there.
Needy,
Yuck.
Needy, I can't believe you made Dove a homewrecker. He's already a married man. You can't.
I mean, the knees made homewreckers.
I have characters that would cheat because I'm a bastard.
I'm imagining Quintilius like taking off his face via a Scooby-Doo villain mask,
Yeah.
and then it's just Cornelius underneath.
Quintilius has like a fucking Howl's Moving Castle moment where his hair is blonde and he's like, no, please kill me, actually.
Oh, but like actually,
Okay, Quintilius would do something like that actually if his hair got like dyed or whatever, or like got bleached by something, he would freak the fuck out.
I mean, yeah, he's the fucking redhead.
Yeah.
like Cornelius would be upset. Quintilius would have a fucking meltdown. That is why he sparks. He's not a fucking. he's not a fucking planeswalker. Shut up. Yes, he is now. He bends the fucking earth with how upset he
He
gets.
gets so upset that he has to evict himself from this mortal fucking plane. Sorry
does,
for...
like-
So go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna apologize to the recording, like, whoever's re-listening to this, sorry that this was a 10-minute long bit of screaming. Go ahead, Mackenzie.
No, I was just gonna make a joke. I'm good.
Give me your joke. What the fuck?
Oh, I was just gonna say very much like how also Quintilius gets so upset that he starts doing this like long forgotten ritual of like summoning fucking demon spirits, and everyone's like, how the fuck does he know how to do that?
He's, like, slowly turning into goo as you speak.
God.
Okay, I'm good now.
Okay, anyways, Quintilius has nothing to do with this conversation. It's Mina time. Do you have anything else you want to talk to with Mina? Go to somebody else.
You know, I think I'm okay.
Okay, thank you. I'm running away from this segment of this session at Mach speed. And
I didn't do anything.
That's fair. I'm the one who did everything. Okay. Cafe shift completo. It's Flynn's turn. Wait, no. No, it's Motiva's turn. Motiva went second. There
Yeah.
you go. It's LARP Club, baby.
LARP time.
It's LARP time, baby. So, your LARP event is actually really cute. Because there's actually no play today. Because what today is they call it a round table discussion. Everybody is sitting cross-legged in a circle on the grass in the club. And you are having a round table discussion for this year's campaign.
Ooh.
Yeah, it includes the setting, it includes the plot points, it includes the session 0 of talking about your characters, it's talking about what you want your characters' growths and stuff to be. If anybody has any, like, big things that they share ahead of time to make narrative stuff better, they're sharing it now, they're talking about character specifics, and it's a whole thing. Specifically, they are thinking that it's going to be sort of a... Well, actually, no. Hold on a sec. Actually, no. This is roundtable discussion. Motiva. Talk about what you want.
Oh, fuck.
From your character, what you want play to be like. If you have setting or, like, genre stuff you want to talk about, like, go for it. Give me your thoughts.
I think Motiva would bring up how she thinks it would be nice if there was something spooky it would be really interesting if there was something that was actually kind of like spooky, scary. Especially
What?
because it's like the cold at the beginning of the year. It would be a fun build up from spooky, scary to breaking from the spooky, scary.
So that's a really cool idea because I think Rosie would piggyback off that concept. What if there's a traitor and none of us know who it is?
Oh God.
Murder mystery, but pre-murder.
Ooh.
That's exactly how Rosie would describe it.
Motiva would hype that up.
Nice. Okay, cool. So what about with your character? Also, I need your character's name.
Oh God, hold on. Baby name generator, come on.
I told you that little ARP characters have to be real, and I meant it.
True. Hold on.
Take your time.
Kicks down fantasy name generator's door.
I will. While you're doing that, I'm actually going to talk about Cad and Rosie's characters if you want, because I think they're cute.
Yeah, of course.
Cadaris is still going to play his character, which is his exiled island elf prince concept, right? His character's name is Avalone. So it's like abalone, like the shell, but like Avalon. Avalone. And Rosie actually will not be playing an antagonist from the beginning because of this concept. So Rosie's character concept is a reformed mind flayer named Amygdala.
I like. Go ahead. Hello?
Hello, what's up?
Were you saying something?
No.
Oh, okay. I think Motiva's gonna name hers Rover.
Rover, okay.
And I think she wants to go with a steampunk technician idea.
Ooh, that's fun! Steampunk technician. I'm writing this down, sorry.
She basically wants to play an artificer.
Yeah, artificer. Architect. Okay, that's very fun. That's very cool. I like how that's also different from your other one, because if you ever wanted to pop in your other one, you could. That's really fun. Nice. I think we have a good spread of people making new characters, people changing up their characters, and then people using established ones. That's really fun. There's not really going to be much else in this event. It's just setting up everything. What's up?
If it's possible, can I say, since we are all sitting and doing popcorn, can Motiva start building her candy?
Yeah, you can do that here.
Delightful.
It's super easy to just stim and do it while people are talking. Because a lot of it is kind of like the back and forth conversating. So, you just have to pipe up your opinion every once in a while. And then they debrief the actual concept at the end of it. So since it's going to be a spooky vibe, it's going to be a situation of so here's my thought process, right? I'm kind of thinking of and then there were none vibes.
I think that would be good. Yeah. Oxenfree.
I think it would be so spicy. You know what I mean? Kind of spooky, kind of exploratory. A lot of interacting with people in a finger quotes confined space and not really able to leave. You know. And then I will figure out who will be the traitor. I'm probably gonna make it between the three named characters, which is you, Rosie, or Cad. I will tell you if it's you. I will also not tell you if it's not you. But yeah, that's your event. If you want to talk to Rosie or Cad afterwards, you can do so. You can just spend your whole time making candy in the grass with your friends. That's also cute.
I think Motiva is going to focus on making the 2 candy bracelets.
Nice.
Is it possible to say she finishes them while here?
Let me look up. How ambitious are they?
She doesn't know these fuckers. They're probably like simple. 1 second.
That's understandable. I'm also just like vaguely Googling how long it should take.
Something simple like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, should I put it in multimedia?
Yeah, do that.
Okay. Something simple like this. And I think she's going to put, you know, like letter sigils?
What?
Do you know, like, letter sigils that people will do?
No.
People will, like, make a sentence or make a word like they would with sigilling.
Oh, sigil. Yes, I do know those.
Yes. She's going to do that. And she's going to make it, gratefulness will be granted to you. For Quintilius, and for Xanther, it will be righteousness will be yours.
Oh, that's cute. What the fuck? That's cool.
Yes.
What colors are you doing?
Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I do think that she would give Quintilius Mardi Gras colors.
Okay.
And I think she'll give Xanther... I think she'll give Xanther, like, Christmas colors with, like, white breaking it up.
Oh, that's kind of cute. What the fuck?
Yeah.
These are not the colors I would have expected. That's really fun.
I also imagine that there's probably, like, a flower decal thing in the middle. Like, that's where the knot is.
I love candy bracelets.
I think they're mighty cute.
I think they're really cute. All right. I'll say you can finish them. I can't find how long it should take to make these, so I'm going to assume you can make 2 simple ones in an hour because you make these a lot. I will say that you can do that without a roll just because they are simple. Yeah. I'll just say that they're like of middle quality. If you want to make them really fancy, you can roll, but that also risks like making them not great and having to redo them.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, that's what you spend your time doing. I think that's really cute.
Sarah, do cheer.
Sarah, do cheer.
Cheer time?
Cheer time?
Cheer time.
I'm about to be so annoying. Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm getting my stuff all together. Okay, so you go to your cheer squad that you have been, I assume pretty consistently jogging in the morning and stretching to get ready for.
Yes.
So you go up and it is full high energy nonstop. So what was really fun about practices before is that they were very easy for you to get in on them and to like see people doing stuff and like figure out the ropes yourself and like go and like find people and do stuff together. This is a lot more chaotic, but also a lot more organized, and a lot more excited. And this is kind of when you start seeing a lot more ambitious things happening with people who are here from last year. Of the people here, so the only person in the book who is in this club is Xanther. I am thinking about adding some NPCs into it. I haven't decided that, but I just noticed looking at it. I was like, wow, this only has one NPC. That's lame. I'm going to add some more people there. But for this time, we're going to just assume that only Xanther is here. Okay. So, you're seeing Xanther, like, directing a lot of people, because, again, like, people kind of go to him like he's the captain of the squad, which is, I think, really cute and fun. And he directs a lot of the newer people to be set up with more experienced people to, like, practice. And this is whenever you're going to start, like, being seriously taught maneuvers and the beginnings of, like, routines and, like, cheers and, like, slang, right? So it's, like, a really big switch over from the energy of the last week that you've done this. So I want to check in with how Fulin is doing.
I think Fulin is a tad bit overwhelmed, but is determined to try and learn everything that they're giving her.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, this is whenever you are officially given your cheer uniform. I know I talked to you about it before, but this is when you, like, officially get it. And a portion of this time is also showing you how to use it. So when you're using it, I think I've mentioned this before, when you are wearing it, you can use an action to change the colors of the outfit.
Oh, that's right.
You can only change it to college colors or the baseline Strixhaven silver and purple. But it is pretty cool. And it's the reason why they explain it to you is that, like, Mage Tower teams aren't like school teams. So sometimes you could have, like, a team with 3 people from different colleges. So in that case, like, you don't want a different uniform for every, like, college. So it's like you can, like, switch them for different games. But also they've now developed a way to, like, integrate that into their, like, routines. So, like, strategic color changes is also something that they like to do in the middle, especially if they're cheering on specific players. Ooh. Yes. What else? I'm trying to give you a bunch of information all at once, so I'm so sorry. I'm also getting scrambled.
No, it is A-okay.
You are also given the schedule for upcoming Mage Tower games, all of the official ones and any known unofficial ones. So if people are just going to play against each other outside of, like, tournament things, you guys sometimes still find out and can go and cheer. I'm sorry, did you say something?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
sorry. I rubbed against my mic.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, I just wanted to check. I don't like feeling like I'm talking over people. But I don't have a full schedule of that. I basically, I think the Mage Tower tournaments are already in the student planner. But as games are, like, planned, you will be the first to know about them because you'll find out through Cheer Squad.
Ooh.
Yes, so that's a little thing that you get. You are officially placed as a flyer. So since you were kind of brought on with the intent that you would be a flyer because it's technically the least physically demanding, and also you're really small, so you're a really good flyer. You are, I don't want to say immediately thrown into things, because that's not necessarily true, but, like, you're probably already starting to get practice with stunts, but you're with, like, really, like, experienced people. You're definitely not, like, going to be, like, a main attraction situation yet, because you don't know things yet. But, like, you are going to be trained on how to be, like, a flyer and do stunts and cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's really fun, because that's what your training will specifically be for. I feel like other cheer skills can come later, but, like, that was, like, your focus. So, like, that's, like, the thing they give you. Because, like, people are basically... Now I have to go about cheer, I'm sorry. People are basically separated as, like, there's flyers, there's bases, there's tumblers, and then I think there's callers, and, like, callers are the people who do, like, the single call and response cheers. And you can have multiple of those, but people are generally given, like, only one, maximum two. And it's, like, their skill, right? So, like, your focus will just be your stunts, and then you don't have to really be good at anything else, but you can learn the other things also, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also have some cheers picked out for you that I'm gonna teach you. I haven't decided if I'm actually going to cheer them to you yet, because that's fucking embarrassing, but I might. Okay. Okay. This is what I'm gonna have to do. I'm too embarrassed to do them right now. I'm gonna snip these, and in a point in time when I'm just in call with you, not being recorded, I'll probably be able to give you the cadence of these. Thank you. I'm super embarrassed all the time. But these are really fun, and I think they're simple, and so they're things that your character will just know that you'll be able to do and say, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, so here's these. I'm also gonna say, I was gonna roleplay this out, but then I didn't actually write down the dialogue for this, so I'm just gonna talk about it because I think it's really funny. So Xanther's been doing this for a long time, and so I like the idea that Xanther is, like, coaching you through, like, a flyer thing, and he keeps, like, telling you things that you don't understand. So, like, you're, like, up, and he says, like, remember, don't drop those candlesticks, and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And if I could physically show you, I literally, like, I physically can't show you what candlesticks mean. It's so ingrained into my body language. But it's like when you hold your hands a specific way, and, like, you can't, like, move your arms, because the idea is that, like, if you moved them, you would drop them. There's candlesticks, and then there's buckets, and it's based entirely on, like, the orientation of your fists. I don't any other way to describe it. I have to show you a picture later. But, like, a lot of stuff like that keeps happening. And I just think that that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I love this.
Okay, thanks. I'm glad that that's not lame. I'm trying really hard not to go off and leave you all in the dust, but I really like the cheer squad. I'm really excited somebody got in cheer squad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, so that's your little event. If you want to talk to Xanther while you're here, well, it would probably have to be after clubs. But you can do that. You can talk a little bit about if you want to do a specific thing while you're in practice, or ask for help with a specific thing during practice, and, like, he would definitely help you out. Other than that, we can, probably, well, let's do this first. What are you thinking?
I mean, I don't mind keeping going. We wanted to skip around the week, so I don't mind.
Oh, I was gonna wait until after Sarah did their thing, but I was saying we're reaching the 3-hour mark. I was gonna see if people needed a break or not. But I wanted to do Sarah's thing first, which was why I said to do that first.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, I'm waiting on Sarah.
I don't have anything specific in mind. I think during this whole time, Philin is just very kind of single-minded on getting the moves right, and is going to be, I think, pretty consistently asking Xanther and or other teammates for help.
100%. Do you want... I'm gonna give you a really fun list in DMs of just, like, different whack slang that people are slinging at you like you know anything about what they're talking about.
I love the visual of Philin being, like, mid, like, stunt or something, and someone calling out something, and she's like, what?
Like, somebody is like, do this, but it's a very specific thing, and she's like, what? And that doesn't do it. Flop.
Yeah!
Which is true, actually. It's really easy for, like, flyers to, like, fuck up if they're distracted, so that's not, like, a stretch either. I just think it's really funny.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. I love that. I like Philin so much. I like everybody so much. Okay. So we're approaching the 3-hour mark. This is kind of where I want to, I'm going to say this a little bit before we take a break. We're going to take a little bit of break. I'm going to take, like, a food and water break. I'm going to, like, walk around a bit so my back doesn't hurt. But this is kind of where we're going to figure out what we want to do with either the rest of the day or the rest of the week. I basically put it in my notes that we can talk about, like, this is a good time to, like, do free roleplay if you want to search out specific characters to do specific things. I know Motiva has plans, like, before bed. If you guys have, like, plans before bed, you can do things. This is also, like, if you guys want to do each day traditionally, we can also do that. Or we can start, like, skipping around and, like, setting up encounters for the rest of the week, but not, like, going through them fully, since we did, like, the whole first day with, like, the class and the clubs and that sort of thing. And I would kind of like to hear y'all's thoughts on what you want to do about that sort of thing, because we have time to, like, do a lot of roleplay, or at least start on that sort of thing, like, today, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Here is also... Here's it in writing while I go get water.
God help us all.
God help you all. For the recording, we're gonna skip through the rest of this week to the end, which is Kirsten. And we're gonna do all of the roles for homework right now for our classes. So, you guys have the choice of doing it one by one or rolling them as a group. I don't really mind. I can add the modifier to each day regardless. But feel free to do that. I will also say, as a fun reminder to both of our bards, you can use inspiration... Wait, no. I think you can't use inspiration on yourself. Never mind. I was about to be like, hey, you can do this.
Nope.
You cannot do this. Never mind. I'm a liar. I was trying to help you out. Perish, actually.
Thank you for the thought.
Yes.
Debating if I should roll individually or just one.
Would it be better to do individually, Panini?
It technically would automatically add your modifiers. So, like, if you want easiest, technically, yeah, but, like, rolling them as a group is technically faster. You would roll 5 rolls total.
Okay.
So 5 d20s. Or just 5.
5 charisma checks.
Okay.
For you, anyway.
I don't know how to do that where it would add my modifier automatically to the whole thing.
Oh, you can't on D&D Beyond. That's why I was saying I would add them. But I'm fine with adding them manually, if that makes sense.
Got some pretty bad rolls. let me add my modifiers to these things.
Okay. I'm opening up Flynn's little grade tracker.
Wait, so you do want us to just do 5d20 all at once?
You can choose whichever one you feel comfortable with. I don't mind if I have to add your modifier. Whatever amount of work, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay, I'll just do the individual roll so I can see it as I go and be so scared.
That is so fair. Tension.
Oh! No! No!
haven't seen it just yet. How's
Oh, nat 20!
20! Nat 22!
Let me see.
Oh my fucking god! What the fuck was that?
What a roller coaster of emotions.
Whoa! I got 2 at once!
Nobody
I
look
don't
at
like
me.
this game anymore, Benini.
I'm sorry!
Okay, I'm gonna roll. Nobody look at me. I'm not gonna look at it. I'm just gonna count.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna take off my headphones so I don't hear you bitches.
Oh, okay. There we go.
How bad did I do?
I only got 3.
Okay.
Ooh.
I need 2 more. 8. Then, 15, okay. 15, okay. Okay. Felin, I gotta look at yours. Where are yours at?
I put them in chat room.
Thank you so much. There's so much in Gambling Hall. Okay.
Oh,
saved
oh,
my-
oh. I like the slow build.
Yeah.
And then it's just bang.
I saved my big chunky d20 for the 5th roll, and it saved my ass, I think.
Okay.
Everything
God really ate my ass on this one game. God really said, you want 2 nat 1s in a row just like Ash had earlier today? Fuck you, I hate you.
Did you feel safe? You shouldn't.
No, I didn't feel safe. And then God's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll give you a nat 20 in there as well. And I'm like, that doesn't make up for the fact that I rolled 2 nat 1s, you bitch.
2 nat rolls once in a row, dude.
Jesus.
And my other 2 rolls weren't even that good either. And I'm like, God, I don't want to have to retake this class.
I'm glad we got all of that on recording, because that was kind of funny.
God.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything you guys can think of that needs to be resolved right now outside of roleplays?
Not anything that needs to be done, like, right now.
What is your thing? DM it to me. I'm paranoid. I want to make sure I don't, like, stop the recording if I need to do something immediately.
Oh, no, it is just the things I sent you.
Oh, okay,
Anything
roleplay
that has to
stuff,
be done
okay.
Right now.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was talking about anything outside of roleplay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. You scared me. I was like, oh god, what did I forget?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay. We doing good?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and press stop on the recording. It's a 3-hour session, and it's technically kind of short, but that's like fine, because we're skipping a week anyway, and it's going to be rich in role plays.